Hello and welcome. It is Matthew David Hurtado, the Minister of Allowing. And, well, it's Sunday night. It's 8 p.m. Central. And you know what time that is? That is our scheduled live stream. So if you're out there, just let me know you're there, and I'll give you a shout out. Welcome, Melinda. Good to see you here. So, yeah, we're just going to wait a couple minutes, and I'm going to talk about some cool things tonight. And I'm going to give you the top 10 law of attraction techniques for fast money and success. Welcome, Renee. Good to see you here. So I'm just going to get my stuff prepared as we wait just a few minutes for anyone who's going to join to show up. And yeah, we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to talk about how to get into alignment with what you're asking to manifest. And I did something rather unique, is that I made a training video for every one of these techniques. So for every one of the techniques I'm going to talk to you about, the top 10, I've made a private instructional training video that you can watch for whatever technique resonates with you, and you can master that technique and put it to work immediately. So that's pretty cool. Welcome, Bobby. Welcome, VC James. All right, so it's been a long week. I got back. I went to another workshop that's supposed to be Friday, Saturday. Actually, supposed to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I ended up going for a day of it. And then I came back. It wasn't my workshop. It was someone else's. And then the previous weekend had a workshop that we did, our Spiritual Millionaire workshop, the last one of the year, which was exciting. So, you know, we got that done. Got to see some cool people. Welcome, Nessa. Good to see you here. And Tracy, welcome. Bruce, welcome. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff coming down the pike here, and I'm going to get into this pretty soon so I don't keep everybody waiting who's here. Welcome, Sean. And if anybody out there is needing a little forgiveness in their lives, I just have 4 things to say to you. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. And thank you. That's one of the techniques I'm going to talk about here. Very, very powerful. Welcome, Randy. Welcome, Bancito. Welcome, Sean. Okay, let's get started. So the top 10, welcome, Nate, law of attraction techniques. Okay, now here's the deal. I'm not new to law of attraction. Obviously, you know, I've heard of, you know, Abraham Hicks. I've heard of all the people on YouTube. I watched people's content. I've studied a lot. We've tallied it up. It's probably over $300,000 that I've invested, you know, in my personal development training, learning, you know, things that work and then distilling them down into the basic nuts and bolts. So, you know, I've done a lot of mistakes that I can kind of weed off the table and just get the goods right to you. So I'm going to bring that to you today, is kind of put some of the coolest things on the table. So number 10, the number 10 is going to be EFT, okay, emotional freedom technique. So emotional freedom technique is my number 10 law of attraction secret. Okay, now back in the beginning, by the way, you can text EFT to this number, 608-530-6658, and get the private training, and I'll walk you through clearing the top 10 money beliefs. All you have to do is follow along with me on the private training video. It takes like 10, 12 minutes. Whenever you want to do 10, 12 minutes tapping with me, I'll help you tap out the top 10 money beliefs. Okay, now the thing with EFT is that the late Roger Callahan, who developed TFT, thought field therapy, was my mentor years ago. So, you know, he was on call for me when I needed him, and I learned a lot about tapping. And I'm going to add in a twist on the way that I tap that you haven't probably seen before, that I know of, that I'm going to give to you in that private tapping video. So if you know how to tap, I'm going to add a little twist to it, okay? And you can check out that text in right there for that. and you can get that. Now, if you're overseas, I'll have to give you the link. You'll have to just put it on the message board, and I'll put in the links to get the tapping video. So welcome, Vince. I see that you're here. Nate's here. All right, so segue here. This little mini book is complete, and this is How to Manifest Money and Success Fast by Reversing the Law of Attraction. Okay, it's pretty cool. It's just like no fluff. Look at that. It's not a big long read. It's just all of the notes. You can get this for free actually at Luxor, LUXUR.space. Take the free training and you can get this free PDF book. And we have the prints. This is the first edition print for my review. So down the road, the print ones will be out. So that is a fantastic training if you want to get super deep into how things work. All right, so getting on with it. Number 9, the number 9 law of attraction technique, okay, is called the infinite wallet process, okay? So very similar to what Abraham Hicks teaches, where you could take, let's say, $100 and you just imagine yourself spending it. You know, put it in your wallet. Imagine yourself buying everything throughout the day that you can buy. Like if you go to Starbucks, oh, I could buy this, 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 this. You know, you go to the mall, I could buy those shoes, I could buy that shirt, you basically infinitely spend that $100 in your mind, and it gives you the having vibration of having the money instead of feeling lack. You want to create a feeling of having instead of lack. I recommend you take it a step further. I want to teach you about the storehouse principle, which in my opinion, much more powerful. So you can text in storehouse to this number. I'll call it the number from now on, right there. That's our text in hotline. You can get it sent right to your smartphone. And I want to teach you about the storehouse principle. The storehouse principle takes it to a whole new level. And so you're creating that same dynamic. You're creating the same use value, you know, the utility of feeling like you have everywhere you go. You constantly feel that feeling of having. Because to him who has shall be given more, and to him who has not shall be taken away, and even that which he has. So if you feel lack, unfortunately, you're going to get more lack. So we need to change the polarity, the magnetics of that, okay? You cannot afford to feel lack or you're going to run into problems. All right, so welcome, Ingo. Good to see you here. The number 8 law of attraction technique, okay, on my top 10 is going to be releasing, aka letting go. Now, as a bonus, I'll teach you a 10-second method that I use that is ultra lightning fast for releasing. And what we're doing with releasing, by the way, you can just text in releasing to the number. It's right there on the screen, same number. What you do is you want to put that quality of allowing into your now space. That's what releasing is. Releasing is, instead of fighting what is, what we're doing is we're putting the quality of surrender, letting go, which equates to trust. And when you have trust in your heart, you're activating faith, and it's the highest form of receiving or allowing that you can do. So I can show you how to do that within 10 seconds. Okay, very, very simple. In fact, it's a component of the ABC break process. It's the second step in the ABC break process. So you want to learn that, that's available to you, but you can just use that releasing on command, and you can go from resistance and struggle to just letting it go, just relaxing and allowing things to just flow again. The whole point of life is you want to allow it to flow. You don't want to inhibit and restrict it, because it's going to create problems if you do that. All right, so the number 7 law of attraction technique, and now check this out, is the salute method. I put that in my #1 international best-selling book, Ask Until It's Given. Okay, now for the bonuses, I'm going to show you how to, I've never made a video on salute ever. So this is the first time you'll ever get a instructional video that goes along with the book, and I'll teach you how to salute. It is so simple, so efficient, so elegant, and you can just text I salute to the number and get that private training video. Now here's the deal with saluting. The law is this, is that the friends you hang around, your top 5 friends, okay, take your top 5 friends and divide them by 5, and that's going to equal approximately your income, period. So the quickest way to make money, more money, is you've got to hang around people that have more money. Okay, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I'll tell you why. It's not because of arrogance. It's not because you're trying to impress anybody. It's because minds mingle and resonant frequency tends to harmonize with its environment. So when you're around people and you submerge yourself with people who are at a higher level of achievement, then what happens is, you see, verbal communication is only 7% of communication. 93% of communication is nonverbal. It's coming at you on many levels that are beyond even your conscious awareness. So here's the problem with that, is that let's say you're scaling here at $100,000 a year, and you need to have a couple friends that are making $1 million, $10 million or more every year. Well, why would they want to hang around with you? They don't. I'm just going to be blunt. They don't. Okay. I just want to tell it to you the way that it lays out truthfully. But there's something you can do to change that dynamic, and you can make it so they seek you out and they become like enamored with your presence. And that's what I call saluting. It's taking certain attributes that are very, very rare, commodities of behavior. Okay. You're going to be dealing in commodities, but you're going to be dealing in behavioral commodities that you do not find on this planet. They are so rare. And when you integrate each one of those, salute's an acronym, SALUTE, each one of those is a symbol for a certain behavior. And so you take a 5-week period of integrating these, and it becomes a fixed, firm part of your consciousness, and it changes your quality of attitude towards life. And then you are going to attract excellence into your life because you become a product of excellence. Okay, so that's how you get access to people that would really don't want access to you. Okay, so the deal is everybody goes to seminars and they go search out people that make success. But the thing is that the people doing the seminars are very, very busy. They don't have time to mingle with everybody that comes to their events. So they're very selective on who they give their attention and their time to. I've discerned what they select because I've been one of those people years and years ago and continue to do that. And so I know what it's like to be in those shoes. And I've watched people who gain access through sowing honor up. So sowing honor up brings favor down. That's a formula. Where you sow honor, you create favor. Where you sow pleasure, you create prosperity. So you want to know the attitudes of how to do that, and it's right there in that training with Salute Method. So I don't want to, just because it's number 7 doesn't mean it's damn powerful. It's super powerful. But I put it at number 7 because I think there are more beneficial techniques, especially for the person just beginning with their prosperity mindset. Okay, it probably makes no sense to be surrounded by a bunch of wealthy people if your prosperity mindset is still not rock solid. So we're going to get into some more powerful techniques for virtually everyone. All right, so Casey, welcome. Cameron, welcome. Rondine, good to see you here. Dimitri, nice to see you. 3 a.m. in South Africa. Very nice. So you're up at 3 a.m. watching this. Cool. Well, catch the replay if you missed part of it. I'm going through the top 10 law of attraction techniques for fast money and success. Okay, we're at number 6 now. So number 6 is Ho'oponopono. All right, that's where I showed you in the beginning. You can learn this simple yet powerful technique in 1 minute. I kid you not, you can learn this in 1 minute. Don't be alarmed that it's so easy to learn, because it's more powerful than a lot of the other techniques on this planet that you could go spend thousands at a training or a workshop to learn, and you could just do this. And it's more powerful than most of the techniques on the planet. So you can text HPNO to the number, and I'll give you a private training on that. In fact, I did a video with Mabel Katz, who is an expert in Ho'oponopono, on my YouTube channel. So you can watch the video. You can also watch the interview I did. It is extremely powerful. I'll give you a quick example. So what's happening here? Welcome, Sabrina. Well, your timing's impeccable. So Sabrina just showed up. So Sabrina will tell you that when we lived in St. Louis, we got robbed by our neighbor. Okay. And this guy was kind of a weird guy, right? He befriended us, comes over all the time, this and that. Well, we trusted him to watch our place while we left. And back then was when I was still sick with the Lyme disease, and I had, like, to my name, I think I had like $3,000 or something like that. That's it. That's all I had to my name. And I kept it in cash. And stupidly enough, I left it in the bedroom. Okay. I just left it in the bedroom in a little, thing that Sabrina's little, I don't know, whatever you call these things where you put stuff inside, jewelry and stuff. So I put it in there, and then we go back to Wisconsin. We come back and it's gone. Not all of it, just skimmed off the top, like, a couple grand just off the top. Well, when I went to count it, it was short. And I know it was there because I counted it like every day, because that's the only money we had. So I freaked out. Sabrina took matters into her own hands, and so did I. So at the time, I went next door. I confronted him. I got in his face, and I was super mad. And Sabrina did the smart thing, okay, not reacting like me. She went behind the scenes and used Ho'oponopono. And she sent love to him. And she was, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. And she kept doing this. Well, because she did that, he actually snuck back in the house while we left again and returned the money while we were gone. So the money came back. We got our money back. It's amazing. Who actually gets robbed and then they come sneak back in to give you back what they stole? Well, it's very, very powerful. It's even more powerful than just that little example, because Dr. Len, he cured, almost the entire mentally insane criminal ward where they sent him in to look at patients, these people's profiles, and he never had to meet with them face to face. He would just look at their name, and he would just take full responsibility for everything. I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. I'm sorry, I love you. And you know what? Over the course of a few months, they had to shut the place down, because they didn't need to hold them in that unit anymore. So powerful. All right. So that's Ho'oponopono. All right. Number 5 in the law of attraction techniques. First of all, welcome Shay. Good to see you here. Welcome Anna said, Danielle Brown. Nice to see you guys join us. Again, if you're missing part of this, go back, watch the replay. You'll catch some of it. Number 5 in the law of attraction techniques is the Playbook strategy. All right. Again, I'll give you a strategy for free. If you text Playbook, I'll show you the 3 components that you need to create a powerful daily action plan system that will transform your consciousness. If you text Playbook to the number 608-530-6658, you will get that. I'll show you how to do in 3 minutes a day something that virtually everyone fails on all day, every day. And you know what that is? They can't keep focus on anything. The average human being has an attention span that's less than a goldfish. I'm not kidding you. They have like 8 seconds on a human attention. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, social media. I got to do, oh wait, I'm supposed to do, oh wait, hold on. I got to see, people are scattered all over the place. And guess what? The only reason people fail is broken focus. If your focus is broken, game over. All right. And so what has the digital environment done? It's destroyed focus. All right. Well, look at what's happening on the planet. 1 out of every 2 Americans pays no income taxes because they don't make enough money. All right. I'm not saying that money's everything, but I'm saying in this world, you need it to survive. And most people would never show up to their job, would it be not for the money they're getting. So they kind of need it. And when most people don't have it, well, what's happening? They can't keep focus. They don't have any focus. So the Playbook strategy is so powerful. This is my playbook. I designed it. I use the power of symbols because it programs the crystalline part of the body. Okay. I also use 3 different strategies every single day, 3 times a day. And you know what it does? It keeps the continuity of focus. It also keeps intention right where I want it. And it brings things into my awareness and my life through the process of manifesting. And I also tie in the ABC break process to come up with my daily 6 steps of actions that I'm going to do. So I'll talk about that later, but you can get one of these playbooks if you want to go, get this free training at Luxor, LUXUR.space. Okay. Learn how deep the rabbit hole goes, because this will blow your mind when you truly understand what's in this. And I'll explain it all to you for free. And if you want to do the 4-week course, you can get at home, get this book. I'll show you how to use all of it to develop a permanent prosperity consciousness. Permanent prosperity consciousness. I repeat, permanent prosperity consciousness. Okay. I only know of one way to do that, and that's through repetition, 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 and having a strategy. So hope is not a strategy. Strategy is a strategy. There it is. All right. So let's go back to number 4. The number 4 law of attraction technique for fast money and success. This is the one that most people have a serious problem with. Following your highest excitement in every moment. Absolutely critical to your success. Absolutely critical. Again, I have a private training for you. If you text excitement to this number, you can get this, and I will explain to you, I'll explain it to you, why it's so critically important. I'll give you a couple examples, a couple stories. All right. Now, here's the deal. Most people live their life by what they should do. They're full of shoulds. They should all over the place. And there are other people's opinions constantly telling them who to be, what to do, where to be, how to do it. They never actually live their own life. And so when you don't live your own life, you're not following your path that's unique for you. And so what happens is, since you never discover your true path, well, your prosperity is only guaranteed in your true place of assignment. So if you never find your assignment, you never find your prosperity. It's that simple. How do you find your assignment? Well, could it be as simple as saying, what's the fastest path to my joy in this moment? Which is the highest excitement choice I have right now of all the choices available to me? Which one is the most exciting? Could I choose that one regardless of what my lying, reasoning 5 senses and my lying mind tells me is going to happen? Well, I was bold enough to do that, and I discovered that it took me, along with the top, 0 through 3, the keys I'm going to show you, took me from the pit to the palace, quite literally, from bedridden in a house with bugs in it to a $5.5 million, 8,000 square foot mansion back in 2012, 2013. That was years ago. Started in 29 doing this. Okay. And it, most importantly, after 6 years, now granted, it took 6 years of persistence to get my health back to where I train like a pro athlete today. And when I say I train like a pro athlete, I'm not kidding you. That I would challenge anybody watching this to come train with me. I don't care what your age is. I can train very, very hard. And you know what? I was bedridden for almost 2 years. So I have perspective of how important it is to have freedom of expression in your body. That's what it's all about. It's all about freedom of expression in your body. Don't let old age sneak up on you. Jack LaLanne was breaking world records in his 80s. That's another one of my excitements. Okay, enough said about that. So the number 3 technique, okay, the law of attraction. Okay, welcome, Danielle. I said welcome to you already. So Tom, welcome, is going to be safe touch method. All right. I developed this back in, I think, 2015, 2016, something like that. Okay, you know what's so cool about this is that you can do it in under 1 minute. Now, you can text STU to the number for my latest Safe Touch training. Okay, it's a brand new training, STU, to that number, and I'll give you a private training on Safe Touch. Why is Safe Touch so important? Well, for as much as you want to attract into your life, you're also repelling. Okay, what is repelling things? Your guilt, your shame, and your condemnation. Guilt, shame, and condemnation are repelling away from you what you say you want. Okay, now guilt is not something that you consciously even know you have sometimes, but I'll show you how to find it. Flip the story around and ask yourself the question this: how frustrated are you by not achieving what you truly set your heart out to have? How frustrated are you? 0 to 10. Whatever you say is the level of guilt and condemnation and shame that you have. Okay, that's how you can decide this. Just use your intuition. Now, whatever level that is, okay, just write that down from 0 to 10. Then on the other side, I want you to ask the question, how strongly confident do I feel that I'm going to manifest this goal? How confident am I that I'm going to have it this year, this goal? 0 to 10. See, what happens is most people say, well, I feel confident that I'm going to get it at a 5, but I feel frustrated at a 10. So what that means is that your attractive force is a 5, but your repellent force is a 10. So you're at a -5. And then it's no wonder you're not getting ahead, because your vibration, your magnetics won't allow it. Why do you think Jesus made the Lord's Prayer really all about forgiveness, forgiving self and forgiving others. Because when you forgive and you let go, it releases guilt, shame, and condemnation from you, which is a call for punishment. So you release the call for punishment, and guess what? Now you are free to manifest and to have what you desire a lot quicker. It is so much quicker to release your repelling force than it is to build up your attractive force, okay? I'll show you in key number 1 the best way to increase your attractive force. But if you're sitting there with guilt, shame, and condemnation walking around all the time, well, good luck manifesting anything positive, because that is a call for punishment, a strong signal to the universe to bring loss into your life, okay? Loss of health, loss of finances, loss of relationship. That's what a call for punishment does. And you can release it in less than a minute. And you can do that twice a day, just repeating that like a daily detox. Get that out of your life. Very, very powerful. I'd recommend doing it for sure. Welcome, Chuck. Good to see you here. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you around. All right, so the number 2 law of attraction technique. Okay, number 2 for fast money and success. Ta-da, the ABC break process. Now, master this skill in under 5 minutes. Use it 3 to 5 times a day. Transform your life like you won't believe. I have a brand new training for this. Just came out today. This training is brand new. And you know what? I broke down every single step of every component of why this is so important, all based on biblical knowledge, all based on the miracles in the Bible, transcribing the miracles in the Bible of what happened, okay? I put it right in there in this training. You can text ABP, like as in Paul, ABP to 608-530-6658. You can take that training, brand new training. I want to share with you all of these keys, why they're so important and why they can change your life in a red hot minute, okay? So in the beginning, when I first got started, okay, I was using that technique as my primary consciousness engineering technique, okay? In fact, if you couple that with the 3-2-1 that I teach at my website at MatthewDavidHurtado.com, my name.com, those are the strategies that I rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, that got me from 0, to the 7-figure mark and got me my health back. And then when I discovered Safe Touch, I added that on. That was a huge breakthrough. And then I discovered what I'll show you coming up here next, which is the self-entrainment technique. So number 1 is the self-entrainment technique, okay? Now, historically, that's only been taught at a workshop because it's a thing that you actually physically have to do. And because it's very, very sensitive in the mechanics of it, I need to have eyes on you to make sure you do it right. Because I'll tell you what, some people have learned this technique and they do it wrong, okay? They actually do it wrong. And it blows my mind, but it was a wake-up call for me that I really need to put eyes on every single person doing this technique, because they may have taken the workshop and they may still be doing it wrong. Every single step has to be done in a precise mechanical way, all right? But the self-entrainment technique can now be taught at home. It can be taught at home. If you text sets, not sex, sets, to SETS to 608-530-6658. I'll give you information on that. Or you can go to allowuniversity.com and, look for the next workshop where we'll do it live, or learn it at home when you're ready for that. But, that's an advanced technique. It's something that if you can, want to get into the advanced stuff right away, go for it. But, if you're just like here for the first time, you're looking around, you're just testing things out, all these keys I gave you a free training for all of them. This is how we can build a nice relationship together is, you don't have to spend all the money that I spent learning all these things. You can just take some of them right now as a gift from me to you, use them, make your life better, richer, more abundant. And it wouldn't be complete if I didn't leave in number 0, because it's 0 is the infinite. Okay. We got the infinite. Okay, these are the God principles, okay? Tithing, non-judgment, highest excitement, what I call my 3-2-1 prosperity formula. It's a stack, all right? It's hugely effective. This is what I rinse and repeat constantly. MatthewDavidHurtado.com. I built my whole ministry on this one key right here, Malachi 3:10, because it's been almost 18 years now. And I'll tell you what, God doesn't fail. Men fail all the time. I don't trust any man, woman, or child on this planet. I trust God. I trust God only. Only God. That's it. I put 100% trust in God, because my lying and deceitful five senses are always telling me what they consider to be the report of what's happening in my world. But God will always surprise me, always prosper me in ways that I never knew I could. And so these keys right here are truly the capstone. These are truly the foundational piece of everything else, the bedrock of every other prosperity principle that I built everything on and that I teach on. And they work for anyone because they're spiritual laws, and God is no respecter of persons. So that's at MatthewDavidHurtado.com, and you can check that out. So Vancito, welcome here. Good to see you. And Jacques, welcome. Jacques, Colin, Randy, Bren. Awesome to have all you guys here. If you missed it, I went through the top 10, all of the top 10 law of attraction strategies for fast money and success. And I didn't just stop there, okay? I created a training video all today, sat around, upstairs in my private office, and I made a quick but yet very informative, very much, me talking to you right through the computer. You can beam me down right into your phone, have me look you right in the eye, sit with you and say, okay, here's how we do this technique. I'll show you all the mechanics, why it's important, how to use it. Here you go. Give it to you on a silver platter. You can take the technique and you can apply it to your life to create more wealth, more prosperity, more alignment, and more joy. All right. The joy of being in alignment. It's perfect. All right. So other things, if you want to take advantage of this, my first #1 bestseller, Allow. You can get a copy of that digitally if you'd like. It's, text Allow. Right there, text Allow to the number 608-530-6658. You can read this book. Very, very powerful. This is really the book I wrote after I made the huge transformation. And so then I wrote that book back there, Ask Until It's Given, on the wall, right back there, that one. And that was the #1 international bestseller, the secondary one that follows up to it. And so coming down the pike is my friend Ann is actually writing a book right now about this ministry, about the techniques, and sharing some case studies of people who have used these teachings to create joy in their life, benefit, prosperity, whatever you want to do. So if you want to share any of that, always reach out to us now. That book is going to launch in probably mid to late September. It's going to be completed with the first draft in August. And if you're wondering what happened to my book, Gold Rule, well, I put a pause on Gold Rule for a while because, quite honestly, it wasn't ready yet, and it wasn't the fastest path to my joy to finish that book right now. So that book has to be very, very precise and specific, and it just wasn't ready yet. And that's the way it is. So that'll come out when it comes out. It's still in the pike. It will be coming down. And yeah, so that's it, guys. Anya, welcome. If you guys want to, you can watch a repeat of this. I basically launched another version of this video you're watching right now on YouTube. It's already live. I just launched it at the top of the hour. So while this one transcribes and it changes over, if you want to go to YouTube, you don't want to stay on Facebook, I just threw that video up. Same knowledge, or you can just watch the repeat of this. But it's wonderful to see you guys here. Always a pleasure. And that's pretty much it for now. I won't keep you too long. We get it all done in a half an hour, and go to the training. Go, I'm not going to sit here and babble, waste your time. I made a little video for every one of those techniques that you could like. So if you like any one of them, just text in, get yourself the information, and just watch the quick video I made, master the technique. And I suggest take one technique at a time. One technique at a time. Don't try to take every technique and be like, okay, I'm going to master all of these. You won't. You'll end up doing none of them. One thing, just one thing, master it for every 30 days. So take one technique, master it for a month, and watch yourself quantum leap. Okay? So failure is trying to do too many things at one time because it brings distraction, and distraction is failure. Okay. Success is focus, and you can focus on one thing at a time because you have an 8-second attention span. Human beings no longer have an attention span. Okay. You're being distracted all day, every day. Okay. Just like we all are. So you have to simplify things down to what truly matters, get your priorities in alignment, decide on the one goal that you are committed to achieving. There's one specific thing that you really want in life that you truly need, and I'll show you how to find it real quick if you don't know what it is. Make a list of 5 areas in your life that are bringing challenges to you right now. Just take a piece of paper and write a list of 5 areas, 1 through 5, of challenging things happening in your life right now. Then what I want you to do is make a list of 5 things of solutions to every one of those challenges. Okay. Make the solution to every one of those challenges. Then I want you to look at the list. Okay. And I want you to know that the first thing on that list is your obsession. The third thing is fluff, and the third thing is the heart of the matter. So I want you to put your sights on the third thing that comes to mind without analyzing or reasoning, just the third thing that comes out. Focus on the solution to that third thing. Take that consciousness of the solution into your ABC rate process. If I were you, I would take that right into the Luxor training. If you can do this at home, 4-week course, and invest in yourself to gain a lifetime of consciousness, and start by hammering out that single goal at this moment. When you hammer out that single goal, it will subsidiarily take care of the other goals simultaneously. That's how the mind works. All right. So with that said, all right, welcome. Let's see who else is here. That's it. Let's see. Dimitri says, thank you, Matthew. Truly life-changing techniques when applied consistently. Yes, they are. Dimitri's been to a workshop, so he knows. Bobby says, thank you. Thank you, Bobby. Melinda says, thank you for this great wisdom. You're welcome. And Vancito, exactly. That's why I'm staying with the detox only. I fought myself with that. Good. Just do what you can, one thing at a time. I promise you, if you just take life, by the inch, you'll get much further than people who try to like run a marathon every day, because they just burn out. They can't hold their focus. It's so simple. You just have to make it so simple, so easy that you literally can't fail. All right. Take care. God bless. Love you guys. Gotta go.